Hello, my name is Paarsa Haque, and today I have the pleasure of introducing Meghan Lancaster. One of my earliest memories of Meghan in lower school is the day I woefully left out the H and misspelled her name. If you have ever misspelled Meghan's name, then you can probably guess how she reacted. And if you haven't, just don't. In the third grade, I remember being jealous that I wasn't in Miss Fall's class because I missed out on the day Meghan graced everyone with her singing. Singing and all, Meghan is the person that I strive to be. She is dedicated to academics and volleyball, and most of all, she is a beautiful, amazing friend who stands up for what she believes. I know she will have some inspiring words for us, so everyone, please give it up for Meghan with an H, Elizabeth Lancaster.
At this point in my life, everything is opposite of how I think it should be. It seems I have created more questions than answers. I have recently come to the conclusion that life is like an upside-down parabola. You start off as a child believing and knowing wholeheartedly the facts and fairy tales you are told by your adults. Then as you grow into your teens and 20s, you enter the real world and leave your sheltered childhood. You begin to realize that you have the power to question and to choose for yourself. You readily begin this questioning and use your newfound freedom without restraint. But as you poke and prod at those foundations you were given as a child, the rock-hard facts of your childhood shift and shake underneath you. You are then quickly thrown into a tumultuous time, the climax of your life, when answering these questions will form the foundation of whom you become. This is where I am today. I'm losing control of all I've known and heading out into the world. But unlike Hamlet, when the wind blows southerly, I do not know a hawk from a handsaw. And to make matters worse, this throws me for a loop. I feel like a dreidel, spinning, unable to make sense of the blurs of my surroundings, and therefore unable to decide my future path, who I am, or where I stand. And this is when I realized my biggest fear is not being in control of my life. Just 2 weeks ago, I went on a family trip to Colorado to go skiing. If you've ever been skiing in the Rocky Mountains, you know that it is not easy, especially for beginners. But my parents thought from my vast experience of skiing when I was 5 and water skiing at the lake that I would be able to pick it up like riding a bicycle. They fully overestimated my ability. My family decided to take me up to the very top of the mountain first thing in the morning. The beautiful view lured me in, but I did not realize that the same view would become my downfall, quite literally. I cockily began the green path, confident I'd be moving on to blue soon, but I was so wrong. My more experienced family sped on, leaving me on my own, trying to figure out how to start and, more importantly, stop. My parents, waiting below, were smiling back at me, unaware of what they were putting me through. They started yelling the word pizza at me, to which I yelled angrily back, "What is pizza?" Pizza, I learned later, is the shape that you wedge your skis into the snow to slow down. This crucial information would have been helpful to have known before. As soon as I started picking up speed, I took another look at that lovely view. I immediately saw the view of the cliff to my left, where I could easily fall off. Utter panic set in as I stared down the side of the mountain into oblivion. I pictured myself dangling off the side, clinging to the edge for life, but knew that my sad excuse for muscle on my scrawny arms wouldn't help if this were to occur. My face quickly turned from radiating confidence to full of tears. Let's just say I fell multiple times. But most of the time I fell because I was afraid of losing control. I made the situation much harder than needed because of my lack of confidence in myself. I was humiliated to say the least. Multiple times when I was on the ground, people would call out, "Do you need help?" To which I choked out, "No, I'm good, thanks," while trying to hide the tears and collect my shattered pride. Surprisingly, I did make it down the mountain. But if I just remained confident in myself, been more humble about asking for help, I would have fallen a lot less and enjoyed the moment a lot more. I tend to have this problem of trying to control everything. I've tried controlling situations, relationships, where I get into college, and more. All of these were terrible failures. I've learned that life isn't about ensuring your future. It's futile to try and cling to what you know. Just like a leaking pipe, the tighter the pipe, the faster the water escapes. The same seems to be true with your grip on life. I believe my great-grandmother captures life perfectly. She always finds the worst time at happy family gatherings to say, "You never know what's going to happen," instantly killing our happy mood and making the room go silent. But she's right. Life is like an ocean. Waves form and ebb all around you, constantly changing your surroundings. The question I keep asking myself lately is, am I strong enough to handle all this change? I've found the answer, though. God created me with the ability to adapt and handle this. I'm a ship perfectly designed for the rough waters. I'm strong enough to handle the waves, and so are you. Learn to let go and ride the waves. Stop resisting them, embrace them, and then I promise you will realize how strong and prepared you are to take on life's uncertainty. Thank you.